Hello, this is Robert Miller. I work with Explorers at Woodrow Wilson and also with Flyers at Fuller Middle School. Today we will be learning how to use a free-to-use and free-to-access website to create digital art. As you can see here on my screen, this is an example of something that you should be able to create on your own using this website today. All you need to complete this activity is a computer and internet access. Now, watch and follow along as I show you how to access this website and how to use it. Let's begin. First thing we need to do is open up a Google search or any search engine, and you need to search Pixlr, P-I-X-L-R. Now, the website we want to choose is right here. It's just simply titled Pixlr, P-I-X-L-R. The actual website is simply just pixlr.com. So we're going to click this website to access. Now the home page gives you two options to get started. It says Advanced E or Playful X. Now to access the free to use options, we're always going to go with Playful X version, okay? So you're going to choose the Playful X. And it's going to bring you to this home page here that says, Welcome to Pixlr X Online Photo Editor. There are no images in your history. Please open image or load URL to start editing. You may also begin editing with any of our images below. So the first thing we're going to do, since this is our first time accessing the website, is we're going to go to this sidebar over here where it says History, Create New Search, and Stock Search, and we're going to click Create New. Now the next screen that it prompts us to is something that allows us to pick the dimensions for our project. As you can see here, we have the option to choose Web Small that says 800 by 600. Now those numbers down there are simply just the dimensions of the photo. Usually the higher the dimensions, the higher quality your photo or digital art project will be. For the sake of today, I want to pick something that's familiar, so we'll go with the Instagram standard dimensions right here, where it says Instagram 1080 by 1080. So you're going to select your template here, your dimensions, and you're going to come over here and give a name. I'm going to say, let's see, Digital Art Lesson 1. And we're going to click, after you've named your project, we're going to click Create. Now, this is the template where all of the digital art editing and photo manipulation can occur. Over here on the left is an important toolbar. We'll go through each of these and show you what they do. First and foremost, properties, arrange, crop, cutout, adjust, filter, effect, liquify, retouch, drawing, text, add element. We'll go through one by one and show you what each of those actually does. But to get started, we're going to actually import a base image. And the way we do that is we go to this toolbar on the left here. All the way at the bottom, it says Add Image. So click here. And now you have three options here. You can browse, which allows you to browse and pick any image that you want. You can do URL image imports, and you can do stock image imports. For today, we're going to go through the stock images. Now, when you click on stock image, it brings up a little search bar up here. And you can pretty much search for whatever base images you want. So it already said boats. I'm going to say, how about trees? We'll see what comes up with trees. Now, you can scroll through and see all the options they allow you to pick for trees. And when you have an idea of what you want your digital art project to be, you can pick it out and search for whatever term you want to use. For the sake of the lesson today, I'm going to go with a tree that I find. This one's cool. So you click on the image you want, and it's going to prompt you to open the image as either creating a new project or add to current. Since we just created a project, I'm going to click Add to Current right here. And it usually takes a moment to load because these images are high quality. All right, great. Now here we can see, so to zoom in and out, you can see over here on Navigate on the right-hand side, you can click these to really show it. So when it fills the template, you'll be able to tell. Now this is important over here, layers. So the first layer we've added is this tree right here. If we're going to add extra layers, which we will do right now, let's see, add image, stock. How about water? We'll see if we can find some sort of water imagery to add. Like this. Click on your water image, click add to current. And this will now add two images on top of each other. Now over here on layers on the right hand side, you can click and drag these over one another. And the first thing I want to show you guys actually is how to blend two photos together. So we're going to go to our cut out tool right here, or crop here. We'll show crop first. What cropping does is it takes part of your photo and it crops it down. So let's say that. Let's click save, download. Oh wait, sorry. We don't want to do that actually. Close. We're going to go back to arrange. So what I just did is resizing it. So right here it says arrange. This toolbar allows you to move, transform, and change the layer settings of your image. For example, we'll select this. You can move your water around. You can make it bigger by clicking the corner and dragging it. Oh, let's zoom in. So cropping, as I just showed, cropping allows you to change the dimensions of your photo. Now this one, cutout. This is how we'll be able to blend two of them together. At the top here, once you've selected cutout on the right, you can see you have shape cutout, magic cutout, draw cutout, and lasso cutout. The first thing we'll show you is shape cutout. So if you select your shape, you can click and drag it, boom. And it will just take that shape of your photo and crop it into a circle. Now let's say I wanted to do something else. Oh, this is important down here, undo. If you ever make a change that you want to go back to the original, you can click undo or control Z down here. Now magic cutout is a little different. You can just click on what you want to remove and it removes it right away. So now we have this cool effect where just the water is visible. And in fact, I like that. I'm going to arrange this a little bit. I'm going to bring the water down here. And it looks almost as if the tree is coming out of the water. It's kind of a cool effect. So that cutout effect I just showed you, magic cutout, is really interesting. I want you guys to explore this, see what you can do. Next we have adjust. So this is also important. To make sure you're adjusting the correct layer, always select what you want to adjust. Now I'm going to take the tree layer and I'm going to try to adjust the colors so that it looks more bluer, so it kind of blends in and matches the water color. So we see here the options are vibrance, saturation, temperature, tint. So if you play around with these, you can usually see like that makes it more green. This makes it more pinkish. I'm trying to get blue. Ah, there we go. So temperature, bringing it down, make it blue. Maybe see vibrance, makes it a little, okay, very cool. So other options we have under adjust, we have brightness, which makes it very bright. And you can mess around with these until you get them at the settings that look nice with your picture. Exposure, contrast, there we go. Anyways, as you can tell now, because I adjusted the colors and the saturation, it looks more like the tree is part of the original image. And we can go to the water and change these as well. Make the water brighter or darker, whatever blends well. We'll take the saturation up a little bit, see what that looks like. Yeah. All right, moving on. Underneath adjust on the toolbar on the left-hand side here, we have filters. Now these are also some settings to mess around with and see what you can change about your pictures. We have clarity, smooth, blur, it makes the water very blurry. That's a cool effect. Grainy. All right, so that's filters. Those are also fun to explore with. Now we'll go to effects. And under the effects tool, it looks like they have all these options here. Let's just try a few. So if I'm going to click on the tree, let's see what this does. Oh, okay, so it brings you to this and adds cool filters and effects over it. Interesting. Let's go back. Let's undo. Back to our original. So those are different effects. Liquify. Enlarge. Let's see what, oh, okay, that's cool. This is how you can adjust bold. You can make it, wow, very cool. Really manipulate the photo with this. So that's how, so liquify is how you can sort of stretch and enlarge certain parts of the photo. This would be really interesting to use for Photoshop if you're trying to make something look bigger, smaller, or like try to change the shape of something. Like I'm making the tree look different here. You can do it on the water. Oh, important to select the water first. And I don't know if you can tell, but it's manipulating the water. All right, cool. Here we have retouch. Heal, repair. Let's see what that does. Retouch. Remove spots, unwanted objects, blemishes, perform whiten and darken or clone items. Very cool. And now this is the last important thing to add, text. So for today, I'd like you guys to be able, the challenge for today is to pick 2 photos, like as I've showed right here, the tree and the water, kind of blend them together using your tools, explore the tools, and then maybe I would like to challenge you to add some sort of text bubble over it. So I'm going to say digital art is amazing. Something simple. Now, as you can see here, you can change the color here. So I can make it green, I can make it blue. I can change the font to find something cool that I like, aligning it center. Let's go to outline to make it stand out a little more. So I'm going to select outline, drag it up, change the color, change the placement. Still doesn't stand out that much. So let's see if we can find digital art is amazing. All right, lastly, down here we have add elements, which says add pre-made overlays, borders, shapes, and stickers to your project. Let's try to do an overlay. Blurry lights, try that. Click. Oh, premium element. All right, so yeah, so free to use, we are limited by some aspects of the program. So let's see if we can find some sort of free element to use. Ah, very cool. That just added a border. Let's see if we can move it around. Border, unlock. All right, that's cool. All right, so that about does it for today, class. I just wanted to start off simple. What I really want to encourage you to do is to explore these different tools that this free website allows you to use, because you can do a lot of incredible things. Basically, the toughest part is coming up with a creative idea that you want to bring into existence. So I would encourage you guys to explore this if you have a lot of free time. This is a really fun program to get good at, and you can really do a lot of creative things with it. Going forward with more videos, I would like to show you, expand upon these different tools and different options and really show you guys how to do incredible things with digital art. Digital art is a really fun thing to get into, and if you get creative with it, you can really create some really cool, interesting things.